Shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I would like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rekah Kodash, and also a sincere salutations to the Tabernacle of David, you Akim, pushing this truth to the four corners of the earth in all truth, faith, and sincerity, and also a healthy shalom to the few Akwath who are listening and learning. Lord's willingness be edifying unto the hopeful elect. So today this lesson is going to touch on this video from Geopolitics and Empire. But first I'm going to grab my first precept, which is Luke 12 and verse 2. For there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, neither hid that shall not be known. And everything is being revealed and uncovered through the mouthpiece of the Lord, which is his prophets. And the men of the Lord have been telling you who the wicked is pertaining to Malachi 1 and 4. All right. Esau, Edom. And specifically the chief house of Edom, the Amalekites, these small hat, big nose people, these elite banking families, the Gettys, the DuPonts, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, so forth and so on. We've also told you what the mark of the beast is, the RFID chip, and warning the people of the third's woe. You know, everything is being revealed in the last days of the last days, which we're living in. So with that being said, let's dive into this video.
You know, we're dealing fundamentally here with the kind of Anglo-American, super wealthy kind of financier, super wealthy industrialist class. These are the ones really at the top of the pecking order. So when we see those kinds of names, or, DuPont and Ford and many others, they were involved in helping to fund Hitler, in helping to finance the electrification of the Soviet Union, for example. And they were also involved in the so-called business plot of 1933, which was an attempt to overthrow liberal democracy in the United States and replace it with fascism. And it was only because of General Smedley Butler that plot was foiled. So we know the kind of people that we're dealing with here, or the kind of class, I should say, that we're dealing with here. And the reason why totalitarianism is so beloved of this class, and always has been, is because it offers the most ruthless and brutal means and most efficient means of keeping the working class in check and suppressing it and removing any threat to the rule of the ruling class. So it's...
Okay, so let's look up that word.
Totalitarianism.
A system of government that is centralized and dictatorial and requires complete subservience to the state. And this is what we warn you people of, okay? This new world order, this fourth industrial revolution, all right? This new upcoming digital society in which your powers that be are going to require you to receive a mark in your right hand or in your forehead, and without it you cannot buy or sell. Okay? Complete control over the people. The elder Apostle Gabar always goes into what it says on the back of the American dollar. All right? In Latin it says Novus Ordo Seclorum is a Latin phrase that translates to New Order of the Ages or New World Order. It is one of the two Latin mottos on back of the Great Seal of the United States. These elites are not hiding their plan. Okay? The Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, through his servants, the prophets, are warning you people of the things to come. So from here, let's grab Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 3. It reads, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry." Right. These prophecies are no longer tarrying. Matter of fact, they're in overdrive. Okay. We're in the hopeful year in 2024, the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble, which the beloved elder apostle Tahar coined it. And the Lord has put things in overdrive. Okay. Our salvation is nearer than we even believe, man. And this year is not close to being over yet. I can only imagine what's next. I mean, we can literally be out of here at the end of this year. Adawan Ratazah. Anything can pop off at any day. Okay? It's no longer tarrying.
No accident that all of this is coming back, because the desire to destroy liberal democracy is already 9 decades old on their part. They haven't always got their way, of course, over the course of time. But now that the previous paradigm of rule seems no longer fit for purpose, they're clearly trying to replace it now with biodigital technocracy. Now, coming back to the kinds of technologies that have been developed and are being utilized here, again, we have to ask questions about the original, or the origins and the original purpose, in fact, of the internet. Because originally it was conceived as the ARPANET, which came into being in 1969, which was just 1 year after, as you just mentioned, Operation Phoenix in 1968. So I think you mentioned Kees van der Pijl earlier as well. His book, States of Emergency, he has a useful, if frightening, term, the information liquidation model. And he says this is what was applied in Vietnam through Operation Phoenix. It was also applied on a much wider scale in 1965 in Indonesia. And it involves infiltration to obtain information about the kind of key organizers, who can then be targeted for assassination via assassination squads. So we already know that this was a tactic in the mid-20th century. And van der Pijl argues that the ARPANET, from the beginning, was intended to have a counter-revolutionary function. So did the internet just kind of pop up out of nowhere in the 90s for the good of mankind? Not really.
It's funny that he says that, because all things are done for the elect's sake. And such as goes the internet also. So real quick, let's get what we call the internet scriptures. This is Psalms chapter 19 from the top. And it reads, "The chief musician, a psalm of David. The heavens declare the glory of God, and the firmament showeth his handiwork." Right. All of creation is beautiful, man. The heavens of heavens, the firmament, especially things in the firmament, the sun, the moon, the stars, the Milky Way, the galaxies. Okay? All those things the Heavenly Father have created. But he also, all right, created the World Wide Web. Okay? Which through satellites that are up in the firmament spread this truth, this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding throughout the four corners of the earth, man. All right? So it reads, Day unto day uttereth speech, and night unto night showeth knowledge. Right. Morning, noon, night, any time of the day, through this internet, this truth is nonstop on your block. Okay? Day unto day, night unto night. This truth is going out through brothers' video epistles, brothers' camps, constantly uploading, and uploading. It reads, there is no speech nor language where their voice is not heard. Right, because this truth goes out in every single language, man. You have brothers doing lessons in sign language. You have brothers in Suriname. You have brothers everywhere. Okay? There is no speech nor language where their voice is not heard. So this truth is going out 24/7 in all the languages in the world. And the Lord has it now, so even if you don't know the language, closed captioning comes up so you can sit there and read. So this internet was made for the elect's sake, for this truth to be spread throughout the globe. So that what? So that, let's get it. This is Matthew chapter 24 and verse 14. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. So we at the end. We are at the end of this thing, man. Our big brother, Yahawashi HaMashiach, is about to crack these clouds any day now and deliver us from this last captivity. Okay? So it reads, day unto day uttereth speech, and night unto night showeth knowledge. There is no speech nor language where their voice is not heard. The line is going out through all the earth, and their words to the end of the world. And them hath he set a tabernacle for the sun. So this word, man, this word has gone out through the end of the world, man, the entire globe. Okay? So the end is nigh. The water, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Call halal, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All right? So let's go back to the video.
And it's always, I think, so did the internet just kind of pop up out of nowhere in the 90s for the good of mankind? Not really. And it's always, I think, been intended as this kind of, well, the clue's in the name, isn't it? The web, the net. You know, it catches all of us up. It ensnares us. There's seemingly no way out of it today. So it's no surprise that when you fast forward over time, the kind of rise of social media and so on, and smart devices, which have got the large majority of the population literally addicted to those products, and by design as well. I mean, the Facebook vice president for research, I forget his name, but he came out years ago and talked about how they knew when designing this that notifications and likes and so on trigger dopamine hits in the brain. You know, it's literally a chemical reaction to keep people hooked. So now that they've achieved that, and they've got everybody completely hooked up to this technocratic control grid already, in a sense, just via the smart devices, it doesn't take a wild stretch of the imagination to go where Klaus Schwab, for example, goes in his 2016 book. So this is 8 years ago now. And in there, he says people are already carrying these devices around with them all the time. The next step is for this kind of technology to go under the skin.
You heard it. So let's grab Ezekiel chapter 12, and we're going to start at verse 22 in the NLT. It reads, Son of man, you've heard that proverb they quote in Israel. Time passes and prophecies come to nothing. Tell the people, this is what the sovereign Lord Yahweh says, I will put an end to this proverb, and you will soon stop quoting it. Now give them this new proverb to replace the old one. The time has come for every prophecy to be fulfilled. Okay? And what prophecy is this gentleman speaking of right now? Okay? He's speaking of, let's just get it for edification's sake. Revelations 13 and 16. And it reads, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Okay? This is what this gentleman is, the prophecy that this gentleman is discussing, man. The time when a decree is going to be made, it's going to be mandatory that the citizens around the world have to receive the RFID microchip in their hands or in their foreheads, like Elon Musk Neuralink. Okay? So once again, let's go back to Ezekiel 12 and 23. Tell the people, this is what the sovereign Lord Yahweh says. I will put an end to this proverb, and you will soon stop quoting it. Now give them this new proverb to replace the old one. The time has come for every prophecy to be fulfilled. There will be no more false visions and flattering predictions in Israel. Right. No more smooth things. No more soothing prophecy like there's not going to be a Jacob's trouble. No more lies like you're going to be raptured out here in the time of turmoil. Okay. And you're not going to have to experience anything. All right. The servant isn't greater than the master. Okay. And our Lord Yahweh Shai had to carry his cross. We have to carry ours. So it says, for I am the Lord Yahweh. If I say it will happen, there will be no more delays. You rebels of Israel, I will fulfill my threat of destruction in your own lifetime. I, the sovereign Lord Yahweh, have spoken. Okay. Continuing on, it says, then this message came to me from the Lord, Son of man, the people of Israel, saying, he's talking about a distant future. His vision won't come true for a long time. That's what you people think. The Lord just said, though it tarry, wait for it. It will no longer tarry. It says, therefore tell them, this is what the sovereign Lord Yahweh says, no more delay. I will now do everything I have threatened. I, the sovereign Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, have spoken. And his word is final. Okay? He has spoken. Whose other word, man? Whoo.
And as always, it's always sold devices around with them all the time. The next step is for this kind of technology to go under the skin. And as always, it's always sold in terms of convenience and making life better and so on. But this takes us smoothly back to the IT bio-nano era idea. And again, it's a military concept. All of this that we're discussing really has military origins when you trace it all back. And if you can achieve what they are evidently trying to achieve in the coming years, in terms of connecting all human bodies up to an external network, then the potential for total social control is absolutely gigantic and potentially irreversible.
Potentially irreversible. Okay? And that's the goal of these elites, the chief house of Edom. Okay? They're trying to get their blessing back through technology, to have complete control over the people and be as the Most High. All right? Let's end it with this. Job chapter 5 and verse 12. He disappointed the devices of the crafty. Who is the he? Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Disappointed the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. All right? And what is their enterprise? Their new world order. Their fourth industrial revolution. Okay? That's what their new world order is. And that's what the Lord is coming to disappoint. It reads, he taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the froward is carried headlong. So the Lord is going to throw a monkey wrench in Esau Edom's plan. Okay? Right when he has 99% of his new world order completed, right when his belly is full and he gets ready to unzip them pants and just sit back and relax and let that full belly just sit there and chill, the Lord is going to crack those clouds and break all that shit up. So Lord's willing, this was edifying unto the elect. Shalom Israel. Wa abad babal.